You're listening to the Orchestra Teacher Podcast. Welcome to the Orchestra Teacher Podcast. This is Dr. Charles Laux, and next to me I have a great friend and colleague, Mr. Christopher Thibdeau. Thanks for being here on the Orchestra Teacher Podcast today.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
So I've had Chris out for a few days with my orchestra. He'll be doing his second day tomorrow. He's working with all four of my groups. Chris is a great friend, like I said, but he's also a wonderful conductor and cellist. He did his undergraduate degree at Eastman School of Music in cello performance, and has a master's degree from the Cleveland Institute of Music in orchestral conducting. So it was just a great opportunity for my kids to be able to work with him, and so he's down. So tell us a little bit about, a little bit about your background, I guess. So people get to know you a little bit.
Yeah, sure. I started playing cello when I was in third grade. There's this program called SMART. Can't remember, science, math, art, reading, technology. And and then from there, I wanted to do everything. So I played clarinet, I learned saxophone, I joined the jazz band, I joined the marching band, and I wanted to, do all the things. But eventually, I can't remember who, someone set me aside and said, look, you got to pick one.
One thing.
Yeah. So I said, okay, I'll pick two. So I picked cello and clarinet. And those are my focus. And then in high school, I just decided, I guess going to college is a thing that I should do. And, music is fun. So, of course,
there you go.
Yeah. So I just started prepping for, probably my sophomore year was when I really started getting ready for college auditions.
Okay.
Must have been like 13 different schools I applied to.
Oh, wow.
And then, it was my dad drove me all over the country. It was a nice,
and then you decided on Eastman. What was your main thing? Teacher?
It was funny, just the environment. We went there, to visit, and I think it was off season or something. It was kind of like quiet and eerie. But then when I went for my audition, it was a totally different environment. Like there's this jazz combo playing in the elevator going up and down, and the whole place was just kind of bustling. There was music everywhere. So I was like, it just felt like, this is where I want to be. And I was lucky that I ended up there because I had a couple of friends I'd known kind of throughout my high school years, and they ended up there too. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
that worked out.
Yeah, and then let's see, I was in a cello rock band for a little bit, 1 year after undergrad, and we played in the subways of New York City called Break of Reality. We almost got signed by Columbia Arts Management, CAMI.
Oh wow!
It was wild. But we played at Joe's Pub. We played at the Knitting Factory. We did a lot of, that was fun times.
Yeah.
But it wasn't meant to be we were playing so much, one of the cellists got injured, a pretty bad tendonitis.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And, the band, what's the saying? Band broke up, man.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And then I ended up at CIM for conducting, and there was a colleague of mine who knew Mike Alexander.
Yeah, okay.
And they were looking for someone to do the library, to do Philharmonia, and I think I had no idea what I was going to do.
So that's when you moved to Atlanta.
Yep, right.
And that's where Chris and I met, through the Georgia Youth Symphony Orchestra, and I was one of the conductors, and we just became friends and started hanging out and talking about orchestra and all kinds of stuff. And
we would, where was that place in Marietta we'd get the pizzas?
Oh, yeah. Marietta Pizza Company.
Yeah.
All the time.
Are they still around?
I think so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
So, we would talk about all kinds of different things with school and music and literature and repertoire, all that. It was great. So, so you were here, and you also conducted for the Metropolitan Youth Orchestra.
Yes. Yeah.
Atlanta.
Yeah, that was Marilyn Seelman was stepping down, I want to say after 20, 25 years of being at the helm. They did a huge search, and I don't know, but somehow I won that job, and that was my first music director position, and yeah, I learned a lot being there, and really got to know the community there. Yeah,
That's great.
So,
Great. And then you moved to Boston in 2018?
yes. Okay. Yeah. Trying to count back the years. Yeah. Yeah. I moved to Boston to work with a charter school, Bridge Boston Charter School. And
you were doing educational, what were you doing?
Yeah. So I was working, so their organization, El Sistema, inspired, kind of like Atlanta Music Project. And I worked with them here in Atlanta as well. So they're another Sistema-based organization right in Boston. A lot of at-risk demographics, a lot of, just really trying to create music right in the neighborhood.
Cool.
So gosh, those ages were, I want to say, kindergarten all the way up through 8th grade. It was a wide gambit.
Wow. Yeah. That's a big age range.
Yes.
And you were in charge of it all? Or
No,
you were administering? I
was under the director. Her name was Julie Davis.
Okay.
And yeah, she had an amazing, scaffolding. So they'd start out by, the families would come in and they would make, not claymation. What is it? Like the wet cardboard that, I can't think.
It's an animation type. I don't
know. like making an instrument, like a cast of an instrument. I can't think of what the.
Paper mache.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'd make paper mache violins, and they let them dry, and then they would take care of them. It was great, and just starting at the basic setups and all the way up through 8th grade.
Nice.
It was a big range, but a lot of fun.
So, and you've been doing some different type of career work lately, and I know getting you back in front of my kids was a fun thing and a good opportunity, and just a way for you to kind of come back into it a little bit. I know that they've really gotten a lot out of it, even just after one day, and I'm excited for tomorrow too. So
yeah, they're amazing. They're so much fun to work with. It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah. So what are some of the things that you see in music from the professional side, or even in music education, that you think, are issues, or, I don't know, controversial, or, are there anything that you're thinking about, like within the orchestral world or education world, that you have concerns about, or that things that you're seeing, trends or anything like that?
Yeah, gosh, where my wife and I, where we live, and we have 2 kids, our district does not have a strings program. So, it's funny, what's the saying? You can't be a prophet in your own time, right? So, there was so much building of programs here, and in my own town, I'm finding it challenging to get traction going. So it's fascinating, looking at it.
We're really spoiled here in Atlanta with all the programs we have, and I tell the kids, I said, you don't realize that most schools don't have anything close to this. It's we should be very fortunate, and take advantage of the opportunity that we have to have the facilities and have the instruments and have the music and have the support and the district support and all the teachers. And it's not like that everywhere. And I think we get spoiled here in our metro area, at least, because we have some great teachers and we have well-funded programs and the great facilities and music supervisors that are supportive. And we got private teachers that do all kinds of great work, and people volunteering at GMEA to do all state, like all these things, but that's not everywhere.
Right. Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
And you would think Boston would have, and especially you're in a nice suburb.
Yeah, it's fascinating. It's just the culture is a lot different. The next town over, I don't believe that they have strings either. But once you get a little bit closer to Boston, like more like 20, 30 minutes out, then they begin to have.
You're about 45?
45.
Okay.
I mean, with traffic, it takes forever.
You never know. I guess that's same with Atlanta here. But okay. Yeah, well, that's hard,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
your kids aren't yet school age, but will be soon,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, Rocco's in preschool, and it's funny. My wife was at one of the, meet the superintendent meetings for the preschool, and it's actually someone that I had met with about starting a strings program, and he was talking about adding more more options for the extracurricular. So
because they have band and chorus, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah. And let's see, the Facebook group Buy Nothing.
No, I don't know that group.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, Buy Nothing group. People literally giving things away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, or like for super cheap, just,
Almost nothing, yeah.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
really great resource. So we ended up picking up something like a kid's dresser or something. And, it's funny. I think the woman was on the I want to say the board, the parents board or something for curriculum.
Okay.
And she wanted to start a strings program too. So, it's not impossible, but it just takes, time and opportunity.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that might work for you at some point,
Yeah.
You got to keep pushing and, maybe it's just about meeting the right person.
Right. Exactly.
You never know.
Yeah.
So, but well, this has been cool. And like I said, I haven't done a whole bunch of podcasts lately, and I'm just starting to get picked up. And then we got home from school a little early, and I said, hey, why don't we chit chat for a little bit? Might as well do it and share it. So Chris is again in Boston area, and if anybody's listening from that area and looking for great conductor, great pedagogue, clinician, he's the person to call. So hopefully it'll be something that you might be able to take advantage of. But thanks again for being here.
Yeah, my pleasure.
On the Orchestra Teacher Podcast. It's a short one, but hope you're all doing well up there, and we will see you next time. Thank you for tuning in. For resources and more information, visit orchestrateacher.net.